Such a vibe. I live for a good intro, honey. Welcome to an amazing live event thanks to Maryland Health Connection that I'm super excited to be a part of because we all can use some of what we're going to get tonight. Okay. It's all about taking care of our mental health, and that means a lot to all of us, means a lot to me, and I'm pretty sure to you as well. Of course, I might ride solo tonight. I have some incredible guests who know a thing or two about health and making sure we are all taking care of our health, which includes your mental health. First up, welcome in Damian Davis.
Hello. How are you doing?
What's going on? Of course, you're from Health Care Access Maryland. Damian is here representing Maryland Health Connection, the state's health insurance marketplace. Damian, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do with Maryland Health Connection.
All right. With Maryland Health Connection, I have a very exciting job. I am the face front for all of our, clients who are interested in receiving and applying for health coverage. So I'm that friendly face that you see when you're coming in, whether you're an entrepreneur, or you're just somebody in the search of health insurance, looking for health insurance. I let you know the pros, I let you know the benefits, and as well, I just let you know how you can become eligible for health insurance. I pretty much greet you honestly by your name and get your occupation, your household composition, and it's definitely so interesting how we think about a household composition. It's not everybody that lives in a house. It is everything's is compiled by tax filing status, so everybody gets that confused. But I take all your information and see what you're eligible for and get you signed up for health insurance, which is very important, as we do know.
So you're the man we need to see. Okay. All right. You're the man at hour. Let's bring on in Ty Alexander. For those who don't know, Ty, tell us a little bit about what you do and who you are.
Hi. Thank you for having me. I am an author, podcaster, and self-care advocate. I teach women specifically how to choose gratitude over grief through my blog and my events and my self-care and real life community.
Ladies, we're about to get in formation. Let's do it then. Let's wrap up this welcome with Quentin Vanny. Hey, Quentin.
What's going on? How are you?
Good. How are you?
I can't complain.
Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm an author, native Baltimorean. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the Equity Company, which is an independent Black-owned tea manufacturer based out of Baltimore. And I'm a mental health advocate and public speaker.
I love it. And I just met Quentin a couple weeks ago. We were at an event and he was telling me about everything he does for our community and our culture. So I'm excited to have all of you together because without all of you, it'd be hard for us to maneuver and do the things we want to do. So you're a huge part of the puzzle that we have to put together for our culture. So I'm excited to do this tonight. I want to start off by doing a health check because I feel like this is the one thing a lot of us have been doing lately since COVID, but I think it's a necessity, right? I think, asking each other, how you doing? How you getting through this? What's going on? So Ty, let's start with you. How are you doing right now? If you've been through anything, how have you got through it? Like, what are some ways that you used to get through some hard times?
I am actually doing really well. It's funny because I just had a hysterectomy in October, so I was down for a few months, and mentally it was a lot just to maneuver. But today I am healthy, I am alive and kicking and all that good stuff. So today my heart is orange. It's full of prospect and potential. So it's a good day.
Yes, Ty, come on. Damian.
Yes. It's been an adventure, but we are here. Mm-hmm. Definitely blessed. Blessed and appreciative of everyone that we have in our corner. I think this is the most me time that we've ever had, forcefully had.
Yeah.
Other than that, we continued our regular scheduled program. But this forced us to actually just, buckle down and figure out who we are with ourselves. Tackle a lot of demons and really figure out what we are all about. So, it's been very interesting. And we benefited from being at home. So, it's just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Not everybody, but, a lot of us have benefited from being at home And since we lived at whatever location we have been, we probably never spent this much time at home than we had during COVID. So
Yeah, I've done
blessed.
a ton of DIY projects in my house to get me through. Like, you see little things, you're like, oh, let me just fix it. And it makes you happy, like inside, to do little things around the house. So that's been my good thing. Quentin, what about you?
I'm blessed. I'm well. It's interesting to hear the dynamic and the conversation of spending time at home. I'm an introverted person with extroverted personality traits, right? And so being at home is my safe space. It's my safe zone, right? And so really just being able to dive back into the things that I enjoy doing, cooking, spending time with my family, reading, being creative, started a business and launched it in the midst of the pandemic. Has been growing exponentially. I'm constantly in a state of healing, right? Like being a Black person in this country, I think we're in a constant state of healing, right? And I think when we recognize and accept that, then we're able to move through life a little bit differently, right? It kind of shifts and changes the dynamic of how we show up for ourselves and others, right? And so, just grateful to be blessed enough to be able to start that process of healing, and wishing that for everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. And through this conversation, like when you think about mental health, Quentin, what does mental health actually mean to you? Because we all have our own definitions, right?
Yeah, I think mental health is health, right? I think it starts in the mind. I myself, I was diagnosed with severe generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, mild to severe major depressive disorder. I spent 2 years addicted to anxiety medication. I survived an accidental drug overdose. I attempted suicide twice, right? And so, like, I've gone down this, the dark hole of not taking care of my mental health, right? And so I feel like mental health as well as spiritual health is the foundation of our well-being. I think it's something that only recently is getting the necessary attention that it deserves. I think we're a little bit late, but better late than never, right? And I think now more than ever, especially considering the uncertainty with the pandemic and all of what we've just had to experience and endure. I think now, is a very important and pertinent time to start to talk about and dial into, what mental health means for all of us, right? Addressing our traumas, right? Utilizing this moment as an opportunity, like I said earlier, to really start that process of healing, right? To heal as an individual, to heal as a community, and then heal as a collective on a larger scale. And I think right now is we're beginning to see that take shape, and it's exciting.
Absolutely. Hey, Ty Alexander, what does a mental health mean to you?
I'm not sure I can add anything else after that. I think you kind of summed up that question. I'll just add that I think for me, mental health is just being selfless in my journey and my well-being. I can't be present for my family and my husband or other people if I'm not present for myself. So a large part of mental health for me is just as I am being physical health, exercising. I do things to exercise my mind and keep it sharp. And again, just, putting myself first so that I can care for other people. So.
Absolutely. Because I'm always a firm believer that if you can't take care of yourself or you can't care for yourself, you can't do that for anybody else, no matter how strong we think we are, right?
Not possible.
Right. Let's get into what, of course, brought us here. Open enrollment is currently going on right now. Big decisions are being made, right? A lot of people have tons of questions. So we're going to get some of those answered today. Damian, can you tell us why it is so important that we are, even thinking and talking about mental health and health today?
And I also want to piggyback up Quentin. I'm just like, he's like literally slam dunked it on that. The biggest, yes, you slam dunked it. The biggest thing of what we want to realize is that we're not alone. Many don't address the issue because we feel like we're going to be the outcast. But all of us have that unreassurance. Like we need to be reassured at all the time, at all times. And why we don't seek out for help is because we're afraid of being judged. And everybody needs a little bit of therapy. Even if you feel like you don't, you just need that that push, that reassurance. And Quentin hit it on a hit where he said that, culturally, we are literally catching up to everyone else. Like, hey, we need this help. And with Maryland Health Connection, with open enrollment, which started on November the 1st, and this year is actually extended to January the 15th. Whether you're an entrepreneur, whether is you have a job that does not offer health insurance, or if your job does offer health insurance and your income does guide you to be eligible for Medicaid or a qualified health plan, you can apply. It's just as easy as just visiting www.marylandhealthconnection.gov and just applying. There is no harm in applying. Nobody's going to run your credit score, credit check. There's going to be a negative impact on you. It's health insurance, which is, as far as mental health, physical, which I feel that physical is a part of mental. You're not going to be reassured to come in a doctor's office unless you are, a lot of us are forced in when something happens. We need insurance before that something happens. You don't want to get hit with a high bill where it's never going to be, I guess, covered, or, for a monthly premium. I've seen people actually be insured for, let's say, $10 a month. We never know. It's all about your household composition, whether it's your household of 4, and like I previously said, your household size is actually, your tax filing status. A lot of people actually think that the people that live in your house is your household composition. Now, we try to make it as easy as possible by calling in or visiting one of our offices where we are still seeing clients, and we break it down to you where it makes it very, very understandable for everybody. Everybody just needs a little bit of help, get you that health insurance. You can see whatever may be possible, psychiatrist, podiatrist, whatever you need to see, just at the click of a mouse, MarylandHealthConnection.gov. And also 410-500-4710 if you are not that computer etiquette person. So.
Come on, commercial, and also. I love it. Okay, so when it comes also like the self-care, you talked about it, you think it's like your body too as well, everything like that. What other aspects of self-care can we implement into benefits and health insurance when it comes to Maryland Health?
As far as health insurance, a lot of the plans, they have different, I guess, say tiers. You have bronze, gold, silver, different tiers of plans. A lot of our health insurance providers now, they're offering even physical fitness. You can, as long as you're able to visit a gym, they give you different plans where you can get a insurance plan where you can go to multiple gyms. As far as dental as well, most plans, they have minor dental included, cleaning, checkups, but you can also apply for dental when you apply for your health coverage with Maryland Health Connection. It's like it's like an all-in-one stop shop. All right, we're not offering financial assistance for dental, but we're offering you the possibility to enroll in dental plans as well. And as well as physical, we do have, like you said, mental, and they even have group sessions. So if you're that person that need that push, that you don't want to be that one-on-one with your psychiatrist, they have group plans where you can actually be $10 copay to participate in a group therapy session where you are not feeling, like I said, alone, which a lot of people, they do not like stepping out because they feel like they're just being, that one-on-one, so much pressure. And with this COVID pandemic, anxiety is the one thing that skyrocketed and just really took us for a loop. So we have a lot of different group sessions, Kaiser Permanente, Care First, and United Healthcare.
I
Right.
wanted to piggyback off of something that you said, Damian. I think just to add another humanistic perspective about, I don't want to age myself, but I would say like about 10, 12 years ago, I was I own my own business. I own my own personal training company in Baltimore. And I signed up through Maryland Health Connection. And I was able to get, all of the coverage that I needed. Um, and it actually helped because around that time I was also, healing from prescription drug addiction, right? I was starting that process. And so, you know, um, I've personally dealt with it. I have family members who are still enrolled and go through it annually with Maryland Health Connection. What I think is awesome is, when I was doing it at that time, there weren't any mental health services being offered through Mental Health Connection. And I think now it's so powerful, right, that you all were able to see the void and fill it, right, for the betterment and benefit of individuals who may not have an employer that covers that. Because I go to therapy every week. I have a therapy session on Wednesday, every Wednesday, right? I think therapy is necessary, whether you feel like you need it or not. Just having that outlet and somebody to talk to that's not going to judge you, that's going to give you a different perspective and a way to think about things. Especially for our community, we look down on therapy for generations, right? And so I think it's important that to just note, and as an individual, just giving Maryland Health Connection props that you saw the void and you've been able to fill it, and I think that's incredible, especially now more than ever. So kudos to Maryland Health Connection and all of the information that you all are sharing.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's important to have conversations like this, because a lot of people don't know the resources that are available. And I think, also when you think about, the benefits and everything like that, insurance, you think about the money. And if you're battling different things, you might like, I don't have $100. So, but maybe I can fit the $10 in. So, Damian, with different resources, I'm excited for people to learn more. And as you are watching right now, you guys can ask questions and we can pop it up on the screen and get an answer as we're having this conversation. Ty, I want to take it over to you. Can you give us some free, good old self-care 101 tips? How can we, and I know you're doing it for the ladies, but the fellas, let's chime them in too.
No, I think my focus is just on women who look like me, because that's just, it's easier. It's the first of mine. I also think that Black women don't dedicate enough time to caring for themselves as nurturers. As my grandmother was a maid for years and really never even took the time to take care of herself. So that's the one reason why I dedicate what I do to Black women. But all of the things we talk about obviously can apply to a plethora of different situations. But I think for me, the best advice I could give to anyone, again, is learning, like literally learning how to choose yourself. Oftentimes we all say, oh, I have 1 through 10 things to do, and I have to get these 10 things done before I enjoy anything or before I end my day. And it's like, are 10 things really realistic for you today? You know what I mean? Like, are you going to get all those 10? And so for me, sometimes it's starting my to-do list as I'm just going to get these 3 things done, just these 3 things. And I'm going to be okay with saying I got 3 things done. And indeed, I did need to do 10, but as long as I get these 3 things done, I can feel accomplished. So a part of my self-care is also not putting those really unrealistic goals on myself. I know when we think about self-care, we think about getting our nails done, our hair done, which we gonna do that too. But it's also about making those really tough decisions that make it easier for you to care for yourself. You know what I mean? So I tell people all the time, like, just make better wellness decisions so that you can have those better wellness experiences. It's not really always about spending the money, again, to go to the spa, which again, the spa is good. But did you take the time to eat today? Did you take the time to eat on time? Did you not wait until 5 o'clock to eat? Have you drank all your water for the day? And so for me, it's about just, again, making better decisions and being conscious about the decisions that I'm making about my wellness.
Yeah. And I love that because, a lot of people who are already maybe big time celebrities, and they're like, I don't need sleep. I sleep when I die. And you're like, wait, that's taking care of yourself. You need You need some
Actually,
sleep.
no. You're gonna need some sleep.
You need some sleep. You need to lay it down. And, when you wake up, then get back to it, get to the power. But, I've had times where I've been running all day because I'm like, I need to get this done. And, it's going to make me feel better, or it's going to better my career, or whatever it may be. I have so many different events. And at the end of the day, I'm like, I can't do it. And then so the next day you're worn out. So that really messes up the rest of your schedule. So that is a big part of self-care rather than, the nails and stuff like that. Lay down for a minute.
Lay down, ma'am. Lay down for a minute. And speaking of schedule, I'll also give you one more tip. Because I am meticulous with, if it's not on my schedule, it don't get done. And so I'm gonna schedule the nap. I'm gonna schedule the time to reflect. Like literally at the end of the day, I take 10 minutes to reflect on what went well today, what I need to improve for tomorrow, what I need to get done. And so if it's not a top of mind habit that you can do, put it in your calendar. Set aside 10 minutes a day to just sit in silence, to just be with your thoughts, to analyze, how did you feel about this? How are you feeling today? Like it has to be a habit for you. And for me, again, one of those ways to form that habit is just to put it in my schedule. I can't ignore, my phone literally goes off at 10 o'clock and it says, sleep on.
Go to bed.
It's time for bed, Ty. It's time to take it. It's time to lay it down, as Persia said.
Right. Lay it on down. That's it.
Reward yourself.
I love reward yourself. Yes, absolutely. Quentin, for you, what does self-care mean, and what type of self-care do you utilize in your daily routines?
I love everything that Ty shared. I think it was.
I got you back. I had to get you back from last time.
You gotta give it what's good. Yeah.
No, that was beautiful. That was like poetic. I was feeling that. I think, really to piggyback off of what Ty said is like just being mindful, right? Like a lot of people, like I come from the space of yoga and meditation and, juicing and traditional exercise and all of those things. But it's just about being mindful. Like, how are you feeling in the moment? Like Ty said, schedule the nap. For me, it's a tea ritual. I wake up at 5:30 every morning and I have tea before anybody else is up in my house. Right. I go out, I make a cup of tea. I sit in the car, I listen to Steve Harvey Morning Show, and I sip my cup of tea in the car by myself. Then I'll go to the gym. Right. And by the time I come home, then I can be a father, I can be a husband, I can be an entrepreneur, I can be whoever anybody else needs me to be, but I have to be something for me first, right? Like we can't bless from an empty well. We can only bless from our overflow, right? And so we have to take these moments throughout the day that constantly fills our bucket, because if not, then we're giving people 60, 70, 40% of ourselves. Right. And then you're going to spend and expound more time correcting the things that you've made a mistake on. Right. Because you only did it at 40%. Rather, doing the little things, taking the naps, taking the tea break, taking a moment to just step away from your computer, putting down your phone, setting it on do not disturb, taking 15 minutes to just breathe, allow yourself, give yourself permission to be human, then you can be whatever else you need to be in the moment. And so I just think it's really about shifting the narrative and challenging this belief that self-care is selfish. Right? Like self-care is not selfish. Self-care is pertinent. It is mandatory. It's necessary. For those individuals that's like, oh, I'll sleep when I'm dead. If you don't sleep, you'll be dead a lot sooner. Right. And so, you can either get your 8 hours in now or get your forever hours in a shorter time period. But the choice is yours, So that's what it looks like for me.
Man, you can't bless with empty well. Is that what you had said? You can't bless.
Is that what you had said?
You can't bless from an empty well. You got to bless.
Caption on Instagram.
I'm hashtagging.
Yes. This is amazing. I love it. And again, if you have any questions, you can or comments or whatever it is, if you're just as in awe as I am as a conversation, just pop it up on the screen and we'll get it up on there. Damian, for you who is in healthcare, for self-care for you, I mean, I'm sure you look at it from a different way because you see a lot of different people who maybe aren't really taking care of themselves. So looking at them and looking at your life, what is self-care for you?
And after Ty and Quentin, I really don't know what to say after that. but I look at it as though with health insurance in general, it's one of those insurances where you actually get benefit from. There's so many, like you have car insurance. What can you do with your car insurance if you are a perfect driver and nothing ever happens? Nothing. Can't get an oil change, can't rotate your tires, can't benefit from paying for your auto insurance at all. With health insurance, you can plan a doctor's appointment, therapist, or you can benefit from rolling into one of their physical fitness programs. Utilize it. And one of the, what I always say this to all my clients, use it. You pay for it monthly, use it. You want to see a therapist, use it. Want to go to your yearly routine, dentist, use it. We need it. We go through so much daily that we don't account for. Your daily interaction with your grocery receptionist, or the person who rings up your groceries, or the school teacher at your child's school, whether it be whomever it is that you actually deal with, friends, family. We go through so much, and lightly I'm going to use the word trauma, that we don't acknowledge it. We need to actually voice out and actually just look for that, like I said, unbiased. That's the main and most important word that we can use, is unbiased. We look out for friends. They're looking for our best interests. Family members, they are looking out as well. Need somebody just to be an opening ear. Do more talking than you do listening. That's what they're there for. And that's what I really want to leave with when speaking on mental health. Do more talking than you do listening. Let out everything that you have. We're so scared of just letting out who we are and what's going on. We don't want to be judged. You got to let everything out, and just have it also an opening ear for whatever actually comes back. That person that you're actually reaching out for is that unbiased person, is that therapist who you're paying. They went to school. They that's their profession. So like I said, at the time, Quentin, like I just want to maybe like they alley-oop dunk it. I'm just cleaning up. So yeah.
All right. Let's get into this question. How old do you have to be to enroll into Maryland Health Connection?
Maryland Health Connection, it starts at 18. So mainly, if you are starting an application by yourself, you need to be head of household. Okay, that means your tax filing status would have to be single, head of household. Other than that, if you are a part of a household, which is mom, dad, child, whoever the head of household needs to apply, and everybody will be right under them. Now, one important point that I like to just express is that a lot of us have jobs, and our jobs actually require us to get health insurance from the job, but that doesn't mean that everybody from your job needs to be under your insurance for your employer. As long as the employee is under that employer, everybody else, you can still apply through Maryland Health Connection and receive whatever coverage that you're eligible for. Some people are eligible for Maryland Children's Health Program. So that means you can actually cut down that bill from whatever your employer is charging, and your children could be eligible for Medicaid on the Maryland Children's Health Program.
I want to go back to the ages really quick, and we have some more questions too. I know there's a new discount for Marylanders, ages 18 to 34.
Yes. So due to the pandemic and everything that's been going on, they're actually offering more financial assistance. Before they went, like I said, by your demographics, where you live, your income, your household composition. And I've been seeing a lot more plans this year receiving more financial assistance. So yes, it is, even with those who been enrolled with Maryland Health Connection previously, I always tell them to call back and update their application, because they have been receiving more financial assistance.
All right, so let's see. Can you get health insurance if you live in Maryland and work in VA, or the other way around?
Well, that's why I call it Maryland Health Connection. So now, if you are if your address is in Maryland, it apply with Maryland Health Connection. But if you are living anywhere else, state by state, they are still offering you health financial assistance and health insurance, but they're just through different organizations. Mm. So I mainly work through Maryland Health Connection. So if somebody was to live in another state, they would apply to that. And I always reach out and assist those who live in other states as well by pointing them in the right direction. And like, if anybody, let's just say you work for, which I had a part-time job through Amazon Flex, but like if you're Uber, Lyft, Amazon Flex, Instacart, whatever it is, you can still apply. The only thing we're going to need is whatever pay stubs that you might have, bi-weekly, weekly. If you get paid weekly, we need 4 pay stubs. If you get paid bi-weekly, 2. If you get paid monthly, just 1. But we're going to go off of your, like I said, household size, and also your income. And also what I would like to do, I like to ask probing questions as well. Like, how much health coverage do you feel like that you would need? If you, let's say, feel like you need health insurance just to have health insurance, you might want a bronze plan. If you see yourself going monthly or bi-weekly, you might want a silver, gold. It all depends upon my client. So,
all right, before we wrap this up, I want to people who are just tuning in, how can we get enrolled? What type of help can we get with open enrollment and things like that? People are just tuning in. Damian, let's wrap it up with that.
Yeah. So this year we've been benefited with our open enrollment stretched all the way out to January the 15th. So November the 1st through January the 15th, you can call, apply, inquire, ask questions. No problem. We're here to answer any questions that you might have. Call 410-500-4710 to speak to a navigator, or you can call 1-855-288-3667. Or you can just, if you're computer savvy, www.marylandhealthconnection.gov. And you will reach out. You can reach any one of my colleagues, navigators, CCs, anybody, to assist you with enrolling in health coverage, answering questions, whatever it may be. As long as you're over the age of 18, you can get enrolled.
All right, then. Ty Alexander, can you leave us with some more good tips for people who just tuned in, where people can follow you at, follow your journey, what you do, and also, read some of your things that you've written there as well?
Of course. To leave you with a little, I always ask myself, or lately I've been asking myself, do I want to be right or do I want to be better? And so as I go about my day, I just always ask myself, what my intentions are for the day with my self-care. I'm really big on reflecting. I think reflection is the biggest catalyst to change. And if we're all wanting to change who we are becoming, reflection is the easiest way to get there. You can find me at my website is tyalexander.co. I am Ty Alexander on the Instagrams, which is where I would like to be seen all the time because, IG be popping. But I'm also on Twitter. I'm on my Facebook, Ty Alexander everywhere. I'm not going to brag, but you can Google me if you'd like to know other things I do.
Tell me Google. Go ahead, and let's wrap it up too. Where can anybody follow you? Where can anybody get these teas that you have and everything like that? Everything.
Yeah. Well, the name of the company is Equity, the Equity Company. I'm gonna just do a bam. So EQUITEA on Instagram. You can go to equity.com. We sell wellness-based loose leaf organic tea blends. So it's all geared toward the health and sustainability of the individual consuming it. You can follow me on Instagram, Quentin Vinny. That's primarily where I am, like Ty said. I'm also on Twitter and Facebook, but that's like a byproduct of my IG page. And, you know, from a mental health perspective, one of the things that has really helped, you know, helped me along my healing journey is focusing on the things that I'm grateful for, right? Like gratitude is paramount, right? If we focus on the things that we're grateful for, then we will ultimately get blessed with more things to be grateful for, right? What we focus our attention on is what attracts us. It attracts to us. So if we focus on what we don't have, we're going to get more of what we don't have. But if we focus on what we do have and look at that abundance, right, and look at our own gratitude and grace, right, then I think universally we'll be blessed. And so I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to have been a part of this conversation. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. And I wish you all continued success, much love, and much prosperity.
Absolutely. This conversation has been amazing. I hope that if you were viewing, you got something out of this conversation. I hope that you follow them on their journey and you get some help. And I hope that you link up with Maryland Health Connection, because there's so many different plans to help us. And right now we all need to stimulate our minds, and mental health is a big part of living. So, and make sure you get some sleep. Like we had said earlier, get your 8 hours, get some sleep. All right?
Drink some tea and get some rest.
Drink your tea. And I know he listens to shows in the morning, but after whatever show he listening to, I'm on 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on 92Q, Monday through Friday. So make sure you rock out with me. Have a great night. See you later. Good night.